Hi everyone, welcome to our webinar on SAP Leonardo as a Gateway to Transformation, an introduction to SAP's Leonardo suite. First, today, you will be hearing from Rob Jerome, our VP of Innovation and Technology, and then from Senior Consultant Chris Stoffel. If you have any questions throughout the presentation, you can submit them through the Q&A dialog box, and we'll answer some of the questions at the end, and then follow up directly for any questions we don't cover during this webinar. With that said, I will hand this off to Rob Jerome.
Great, thank you, Spencer. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Great. And Chris, you can go back to slide 3. We can start off there. That'll be fine. First, a few introductions. As Spencer outlined, my name is Rob Jerome, and my title is Vice President of Innovation and Technology. And in that capacity, I manage database, data management, analytics, and application development on the cloud technologies for Dickinson & Associates. And today we'll be hearing from me and Chris Stoffel. Chris is a senior consultant within our analytics practice. I'm very excited about today's webinar, and if you've attended our webinars in the past, you'll notice that we do tend to focus on the newer SAP technologies, the innovative technologies. And in 2018, the Leonardo webinar we're doing today is the first of what I'll call a series of webinars specific to digital innovation. And that's a term that we've heard in industry as of late. And today, for us, what that really means is helping our customers find ways to innovate and find ways to integrate. And what I mean by that is we live in a connected world today. We've all heard terms like Internet of Things, machine learning, analytics, big data, data as a service, meaning monetizing data. And all of those things need to be tied together in order to be used successfully as a platform. So when we discuss SAP Leonardo today, what we're talking about is the SAP platform that ties together all of those components, whether it be predictive maintenance, whether it be Internet of Things integration, whether it be machine learning, all of those items on a single platform. In the past, you've attended potentially webinars on predictive analytics, cloud platform, the SAP Analytics Cloud, and in general, SAP HANA. Just a reminder that all of those webinars are available on our YouTube site, so as will this one. So if you want to watch it again, they'll be publicly available. Next slide, please, Chris. So a little bit about Dickinson if you have not attended one of our webinars in the past. So Dickinson is an SAP Gold Channel partner. We focus primarily in 3 areas. My line of business is specific to innovation and technology. That's really the BI Analytics, the cloud platform, Leonardo, and database and data management technologies. Dickinson is also a system integrator for SAP ERP. That's traditional ECC environments or the S4 platform. And we also are what's known as a lighthouse partner for SAP Public Cloud. So when you think of Dickinson, you could think of a full-service SAP system integrator. In addition, we're also a value-added reseller, so we can sell SAP software. If anybody has questions about Leonardo licensing as a follow-up to this webinar, we most certainly can answer those questions as well. Dickinson has about 150 full-time SAP professionals, and we are spread throughout the United States. Headquartered in downtown Chicago, but we've got offices throughout the U.S. in New York, Scottsdale, Cincinnati, Dallas, and Annapolis, Maryland, where I make my home. Our tagline is business people who know SAP. And I always like to explain that tagline because folks say, where did that come from? And it's frankly not something that Dickinson created. We got that from one of our first customers because their observation was most of your folks come from industry or have an industry background. And most of us do come from customer side of the equation in the SAP world. So we all can bring that experience to our customers. So that's us, business people who know SAP. Next slide, please. So just to set some expectations, today's webinar is not going to go into very deep technical details. What we mostly are getting questions on today from our customers are, what is Leonardo? And I described it earlier as a platform, and I think that's a very important concept. And from SAP's perspective and Dickinson's perspective, it's an approach to what I'll call digital innovation. And again, we've heard the concepts of IoT, machine learning, analytics, big data, all of those things. But what companies struggle with is identifying a single platform where we can actually make these concepts reality. I can equate it to the early days of, quote, big data, where everybody was talking about big data, but nobody really had a platform to truly capture those capabilities. And that's where SAP HANA came into play. We now have cloud-based technologies, platform technologies that allow us to deploy all of these capabilities on a single platform, and that, frankly, is what Leonardo is. So today, as Chris goes through this, he's going to talk about architecture. He's going to talk about use cases, and he's going to talk about individual services that a customer may choose to invest in, or perhaps a customer does not need in the broader Leonardo platform. So let's all put our platform hat on, and let's dig in. We'll have time for questions at the end. And again, we're super excited about this, and we will be recording this and publishing it on our YouTube site. Chris, with that, I'm going to hand it over to you and take it from here.
Thanks, RJ. Okay, we'll start out with the SAP Leonardo architecture. Here we have taken a standard image SAP uses to depict the overall architecture of SAP Leonardo, and we have expanded on it to help define each major section. I will go through everything rather quickly as there is a lot of information within the slides, and I will give real-world examples where I can to help articulate some of the more ambiguous topics. The best way to navigate this architecture is to start out in the lower left with the sensors. We will not cover sensors in detail, but it's important to start out with the origin of the data and where it comes from. Just to the right of the sensors is a box depicting SAP IoT Edge. SAP Leonardo IoT Edge is a foundational aspect and functionality that drives what's at the heart of most Leonardo IoT applications. That's the data and how it is processed away from core technologies and your SAP HANA database. IoT Edge allows you to extend your business processes beyond your core system out into the edge, where IoT data originates. Next, we will briefly describe the core technologies of SAP Leonardo Foundation, the SAP HANA on-premise and the SAP Cloud Platform. Above the core technologies is the IoT Foundation. We will go into more detail covering the IoT foundational technologies, starting out with design thinking, because it is the methodology that you will use to discover and drive your IoT projects. Following the foundational technologies, I will go over and explain the prepackaged applications that are currently available and built upon the foundational technologies. These include applications that are ready to be configured and leveraged by your organization. And then finally, we'll go over SAP Leonardo IoT Bridge and how it can bring all of your IoT applications into one consolidated portal, along with data from your operational, BW, and business intelligence systems. SAP Leonardo IoT Edge. SAP IoT Edge, the term edge refers to the edge of your network or system and away from your core data hub, typically SAP HANA database. This slide does a great job of depicting where your IoT Edge technologies reside. You can see that you may have factory sensors that are connected directly to the internet, and you may send data directly to your core SAP HANA system. In other scenarios, however, you may need an IoT gateway to act as a liaison to your core systems. SAP IoT Edge allows you to extend your digital core to the edge, meaning you can extend business processes beyond your data center and provide continuity for critical business functions, even in remote destinations and away from reliable network connectivity. In this slide, an example of this might be an oil rig whose pressure on a particular pump exceeds a given threshold. Edge services can trigger an event to shut down that pump and to do so in an extremely fast and reliable way using the IoT gateway. The gateway can perform all necessary tasks and later send relevant data back to the core SAP HANA system. This is important because you would not want to wait for any latency or connectivity issues between the pump and your core systems. Other features include simplifying the user experience by optimizing local workflows to enhance user experience, improve speed and performance by quickly processing events locally and not having to send data to the cloud, optimize compute speed by choosing which data to store locally and support critical business functions and which data to aggregate and send to your core systems, leverage cloud-driven services, including streaming, persistent services, business essential function service, and predictive services. Not all data collected by your IoT devices are needed for every solution. An example of this might be sensor data from your transportation vehicles. It's most likely not feasible to send every data point collected by vehicle sensors to your SAP HANA system in real time. SAP Leonardo IoT Edge enables you to process data on the edge and send it to your SAP HANA database when it makes the most sense. This is also useful in scenarios where network connectivity is limited or where you need to filter or aggregate a large amount of generated data. An edge processing unit is a physical device often referred to as an IoT gateway or fog node. This device is then connected to your SAP system, often referred to as the core. SAP IoT Edge Services provides edge computing as microservices that are optimized for either deployment on IoT gateways running Linux or Microsoft Windows. These services include persistent service, streaming services, business essential function service. In our oil rig example earlier, a business essential function service would have been used to trigger events leading to the pump being shut down. We have predictive analytics service, machine learning services, and visual analytics service. These services can work in conjunction with one another as well. You may have predictive analytics services running predictive models against when a particular set of machinery might need service. You would want these models run on the edge so that they are as responsive as possible. At night, you can have these results sent to your core HANA environment where machine learning services or algorithms can analyze and send recommendations back to the edge to enhance or update your predictive models. SAP Leonardo core technologies. SAP HANA is the strategic platform for SAP Leonardo Internet of Things portfolio, either in the cloud or on-premise. SAP Cloud Platform is a key strategic platform as a service infrastructure that provides the framework for SAP Leonardo Internet of Things portfolio and SAP Leonardo Foundation. This is basically a fancy way of saying that SAP HANA is your core database and platform, whether on-premise or in the cloud. All other IoT technologies and services that we will cover are based on SAP Cloud Platform. This is the SAP Leonardo IoT Foundation. It's based on SAP Cloud Platform that includes best-of-breed business services that enable developers to rapidly build and deploy IoT applications. It is the foundation that all of SAP prepackaged IoT applications and solutions are built upon. I will start out with design thinking because it is the methodology used to bring IT and business stakeholders together to decide what other foundational aspects will be needed for any given solution. I will then cover the other foundational aspects: Internet of Things, machine learning, big data, blockchain, and data intelligence. Design thinking. Businesses today are under increased pressure to innovate and create a more digital business to deliver real-time insights, predict customer needs, and adapt as quickly as possible. Advances in technology have made all of this possible, but what technologies are best to leverage in order to solve these business challenges, and which solutions provide the best return on investment? Design thinking is a new methodology and approach to co-innovation, bringing technology experts and key business stakeholders together. Design thinking is based on three main elements to help identify innovative opportunities. You have desirability, which are your human factors. Is there an actual want or need from the user community? If so, is it something that is a nice to have, or is it something that will really help reduce costs and or increase productivity? You have your feasibility, which are your technology factors. Feasibility asks questions, are we building on our core operational strengths? How can we build a solution to make our business healthier and stronger? And your viability, which are your business factors. Does this solution contribute to the long-term growth and goals of our company? Viability not only looks at profit, it also looks at sustainability. The main idea behind this approach is that when all three of these elements meet, you will find your best innovative ideas and opportunities. Through design thinking, IT experts and business stakeholders come together to drive requirements and select what technologies will need to be leveraged for the new solution. These services through the SAP Cloud Platform are simply added to your existing services where you can almost immediately start to configure them. The important thing is you only pay for what services are needed for your IoT solution and applications. This also allows you the freedom to prototype or start small and scale up very quickly, adding additional services as they become needed. So in this example scenario, you may only need connected goods, IoT edge services, and IoT bridge from the Internet of Things, tabular and time series analysis for machine learning. You don't really need anything from big data or blockchain at this time, and you may need Analytics Cloud to provide reports and dashboards to your users. Continuing with the foundational aspects, foundational IoT, SAP Leonardo Internet of Things is a suite of products, applications, and services designed to help organizations run a fully connected digital business. It includes IoT applications, which are your connected goods, asset intelligence, vehicle insights, and IoT bridge, your IoT technologies, which is IoT foundation, IoT edge, and then you have your IoT services. We've already covered IoT edge, and we'll come back to cover some of the IoT applications later in this presentation. Machine learning. Machine learning technology allows computers and applications to perform various tasks by learning from data instead of being explicitly programmed to complete a predefined task. It is the process of using sophisticated algorithms to, quote, learn from large volumes of unaggregated data. Today, you use applications that utilize machine learning algorithms all the time. Think of your Netflix or Amazon suggestions, or using the fasting driving route in your Google Maps application. Some of the benefits organizations can gain from machine learning are faster decisions. Machine learning algorithms can prioritize and automate decision-making. Adaptability, think of self-driving cars and having the ability to adapt to changing environments. Algorithmic business, an example might be pricing models that adjust in real time due to market fluctuations. Deeper insights, machine learning has the ability to simultaneously analyze large amounts of complex data from multiple sources, including streaming real-time live data. Efficiency, more accurately plan and forecast financials, and have the ability to learn from previously unseen patterns hidden within your data. Big data. Fully manage your big data in the cloud with SAP Leonardo. Process diverse raw data efficiently using advanced distributed processing engines Easily manage your diverse data landscape across data warehouses, data lakes, and relational databases, both on-premise and in cloud. This consists of three main factors or tools. SAP Data Hub, which bridges the gap between big data and enterprise data. It's simple and scalable data landscape management tool for centralized visibility and data governance. It supports data sharing, pipelining, and governance of all data in the connected landscapes. SAP Vora is an in-memory distributed computing solution that allows you to create interactive analytics on both enterprise and Hadoop data. And then you have your SAP Cloud Platform for big data services. This is a full-service big data cloud platform that uniquely includes Hadoop and Spark operation services. Blockchain technologies, SAP Leonardo blockchain services are helping to bring blockchain technologies to the enterprise. Blockchain technologies offer a way to simplify complex multi-party processes and create trust amongst participants. An example of a possible business scenario might be that an IoT device registers an event that automatically triggers a business process, say ordering new inventory to keep a production line running. Here, the blockchain can act as a trusted distributed ledger and can help ensure validation of the order through a digital signature and facilitate the order through the company's network of suppliers. SAP's blockchain as a service option in the cloud provides an easy way to experiment with this new technology. By eliminating the need for large upfront capital investments, blockchain as a service is a low-risk gateway to enterprise blockchain adoption. With the SAP Cloud Platform blockchain services, you can experiment with blockchain to see how it can benefit your business, use open standards to create private blockchain networks, prototype, test, and build customized blockchain applications and smart contracts. SAP Data Intelligence can help you monetize your data and insights by connecting, aggregating, and anonymizing your data to prepare it for commercial consumption. You can use your data on its own or supplement it with customer, partner, and third-party industry data and create a data as a service revenue stream. Some of the services offered include data security, monetization strategies, and helping you build off your current BI and analytics. Now we're to the prepackaged applications and solutions. SAP Leonardo IoT prepackaged applications and solutions provide customers with entry points into various industries and business functions. SAP Leonardo prepackaged solutions are available in 6 different functional areas. These solutions are built leveraging the SAP Leonardo foundation and can be easily added to any of your existing cloud services. They include connected products, which provide a new view on products, customer service, and maintenance of connected products. You have your connected assets for the monitoring and analysis of fixed assets, including manufacturing and maintenance processes to reduce costs and maximize an asset's productive life. Connected fleet enables companies to track and monitor their movable assets and products and revolutionize how companies approach their logistics. Connected infrastructure for operational intelligence in physical infrastructure such as power grids, networks, pipelines, roads, and other major infrastructure. Connected markets, think of smart cities, smart harbors, smart farms, and connected people, think of applications in healthcare. Connected goods or products is a cloud-based IoT prepackaged solution designed to maximize the value of your products and goods. This can be raw materials, semi-finished goods, and of course finished goods. Key indicators are collected by the IoT foundation layer as to where, how, and how much of goods is stored or utilized. The business features include customer engagement, gain visibility into product performance and consumption trends across regions, business partners, etc. Provide inventory optimization, automate inventory replenishment by monitoring stock levels and trigger relevant actions. Geolocation contextualization, analyze customer interactions with the products to optimize product placement. A good example is the company Lime Bike. They have smart bikes and scooters that have been placed all over urban cities that anyone can unlock using their smartphone application. Using connected goods and geolocation services, they can track what bikes or scooters are being used most and move underutilized bikes to more heavily trafficked areas. Go from a reactive to a proactive approach to maintenance and manufacturing with SAP Leonardo connected assets. SAP Leonardo IoT applications enable businesses to connect production systems and assets with manufacturing and maintenance business processes. You can track, monitor, analyze, and maintain fixed assets across your networks to reduce operation and maintenance costs and increase uptime and productivity. Business features include fixed asset insights for better service and maintenance processes, manufacturing execution, connect, monitor, and control manufacturing processes and operations, and manufacturing networks, connecting supply chains with IoT solutions. SAP Leonardo IoT connected fleet solutions enable businesses and organizations to track, monitor, analyze, and maintain all of their moving assets. Increase visibility, logistics, and improve safety by connecting all of your moving assets, including vehicles, robots, and forklifts. Business features include mobile asset insights, improve operational efficiency by combining IoT data with business process and operational data, logistics safety, perform comprehensive safety analysis of people and assets, and logistic networks, track inventory from end to end, and improve visibility into supply chain logistics. Connected infrastructure, deliver new forms of digital operational intelligence to transform physical infrastructure systems, leveraging SAP Leonardo connected infrastructure prepackaged solutions. Drive more effective operations, infrastructure compliance, and risk mitigation. Business features and solutions include building insights, leverage real-time information to manage and maintain properties. Some of the prepackaged solutions also include the SAP Real Estate Cockpit, plant maintenance, and SAP Connected Parking. Deliver construction, manage construction projects, and combine IoT data with business processes. Those include SAP Project Management, SAP Global Track and Trace, and SAP Yard Logistics, and energy grids that optimize energy utilization by integrating processes and IoT data. And those include SAP Predictive Maintenance and SAP Manufacturing Integration. What the city of Buenos Aires did with their infrastructure is a great example of what connected infrastructure can do. In 2013, the city experienced flooding that killed almost 100 people. They had an aging infrastructure and exploding population that was putting stress on the city's waste management and sewer system. The city worked with SAP and installed sensors throughout the sewer system and gathered data from IoT devices, weather reports, garbage collectors, and citizens. The sensors measured the direction, speed, and water level in the sewage drains and set off an alert if flooding occurred. In 2014, the city experienced record-setting amounts of rain, but this time they had the infrastructure systems in place, allowing them to react in real time to clear blocked sewer passages and redirect water flows. Connected markets. SAP Leonardo IoT Connected Markets enables organizations to gain deeper knowledge of their local markets, cities, farms, and economies, and begin to think of them in a digital way. Imagine a city doing everything from optimizing traffic flow and management to personalizing tourist experiences to city landmarks. They include city or market insights, interact in all-knowing digital or physical marketplace to provide an excellent all-around personal experience. The services include connected goods, connected marketing, and SAP customer activity repository. Give your rural areas help transform architecture and farming businesses. They can leverage connected agriculture, predictive maintenance, and vehicle insights. And with urban areas, you can optimize energy, vehicles, and assets throughout major cities with traffic management, connected parking, and vehicle networks. Connected people. SAP Leonardo IoT Connected People prepackaged solutions are helping improve lives, work, and health by connecting people, businesses, and communities to drive new wellness and business models. People and work, you help workers stay safe, promote safe practices, and engage in risk avoidance. You have people and health, connected health networks that are safe, reliable, and secure, and people and homes, connecting energy, security systems, and smart appliances. That wraps up the prepackaged applications and solutions. You can find the roadmaps and additional details for each of these on SAP Leonardo's homepage. Finally, we have the SAP Leonardo IoT Bridge. SAP Leonardo IoT Bridge combines data from your IoT platforms with business operations data, allowing for more streamlined approach to data analytics and decision-making. It is essentially a cloud-based workspace or portal that brings together multiple sources of data, including IoT, business operations. It allows people to work faster and smarter by having all the data they need in one centralized workspace. Some of the key functionalities include correlating IoT sensor data with business process information, integrating SAP and non-SAP systems, triggering actions, and integrating SAP S/4HANA, connected goods, analytics cloud, and other sensor reading and monitoring data. Basically, the IoT Bridge is another portal that leverages cloud-based data connections like OData to bring in multiple sources of data into one centralized reporting environment. You could have sensor data from the IoT Edge services giving you real-time pressure readings alongside a chart using a predictive model that's alongside another chart, another trending chart that comes from your BI system giving you historical trends. Having all the data you need in one centralized location frees your users to do their job in a streamlined manner, increasing productivity. That concludes our Leonardo presentation. I'll give it back to Spencer to see if we have any questions.
Yeah, and this is Rob Jerome. Before we go to questions, just a few comments. I realize that we just threw a whole lot of information out to the group, and frankly, we did that on purpose because the platform, the Leonardo platform, is extremely robust. Dickinson & Associates has a dedicated Leonardo team as part of our innovation technology group, and we are more than happy to engage in discussions specific to individual components of Leonardo. Again, the purpose of today's webinar was really to provide an overview, and perhaps there's 1, 2, or maybe 10 components of the Leonardo platform that you might have interest in, and our team is happy to engage in a separate discussion specific to some of those. Spencer, I'll turn it over to you for questions.
Yeah, thank you, RJ, and thank you, Chris, for the presentation. So it looks like we have a few questions we can get to. Let's start with the first one. Are there a lot of use cases or examples of companies or organizations already using the design thinking methodology?
Thanks, Spencer. Yeah, the design thinking methodology has been around for quite some time, and it's really a combination of the different methodologies SAP has been using for years. There's a lot of information out there and customer success stories, and there's even a great online class that I believe is free through the Open SAP site. So yes, it's been around for a while.
Just to add to that, Spencer, I can chime in a little bit here. Design thinking is really the new way that in our projects that we accomplish what traditionally would be known as a blueprint. So if you look at any of our cloud platform application development, or you look at our approach to designing Leonardo solutions, all of that is based around design thinking, very collaborative environment, very iterative environment. So that way when we get through our initial design, there's really no surprises for the folks that are receiving the application because they were part of it and it was very, very interactive. So design thinking is the new normal from an innovation perspective as to how we design systems, the way we produce blueprints, and frankly, the way that we produce prototypes as part of the design process of a project. And that's very important to understand because it's very different than traditional requirements gathering and spec development. It's very interactive, and a lot of it is done right in the system. So I'm glad that question was asked because it's a very important way to, or very important concept to understand when deploying these types of applications.
Great, thank you, RJ. All right, next question. What types of communication protocols are supported by IoT Edge?
Well, that depends on one of two factors. There's essentially two ways that the communication protocols can work, whether it's directly connected to the internet or if it's going over wireless technologies. So if you're doing direct connect, you have things at HTTP and MQTT protocols, and then through the IoT Edge gateway, there's a ton of them, but some that come to mind are COAP, SNMP, Modbus, ZigBee, are a few. We can get you more information on that if you need it later.
Great, okay. And then the next question, does the IoT Bridge replace our existing reporting portals like Business Objects or Cloud Analytics?
No, it doesn't replace any of your existing portals. It's designed to work in conjunction with your existing reporting environments. So you can use IoT Bridge to bring together, other reports in Business Object System or in your Cloud Analytics together. So it's basically a new innovation that as you start to create new reports out on the edge with IoT sensors and other analytics like that, it gives you the ability to bring all of these different various reporting elements into one location. So it's just an added benefit in portal.
Okay, and let me see. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can pull up one more. Okay, so we have one more question about struggles with getting customers up to speed and really getting IoT and Leonardo. Have you experienced the same?
Yeah, this is RJ. I can take that one. I mean, frankly, the answer to the question is absolutely yes. And that's why when we kicked off today's presentation and we talked about the buzzwords that we hear, IoT, machine learning, analytics, big data, but what does that mean to an individual organization? And how do you focus on specific use cases that add value to what you're trying to accomplish? So when IoT came out, I can equate it to really when the big data type concept came out. Everybody was talking about it and saying they were doing it, but nobody was really doing it. So I think that's a very good point, and I appreciate the question. So what we do when we go into a customer, it's very similar to what we do when we build applications on the cloud platform, is we talk about the broad capabilities of the platform, but then we do work with our customers to identify very specific use cases so that we can get to a starting point. Today's presentation talked about a lot of different capabilities, but as in any deployment, trying to boil the ocean and do everything is not likely going to have the success that focusing on some very specific use cases supported by a value proposition, meaning what will this do for the organization, is how we go about doing these. And then we get people started on a roadmap. And the roadmap is probably one of the most important things that we could possibly do because it sets expectations and it allows us to, I'll say, start small and win big. So, yep, there is a challenge in getting people and customers to really, quote-unquote, get it, but I think we're making progress by spending the time with them, focusing on very specific use cases and figuring out what initial deployment looks like.
Great. Thank you, RJ. Thank you, Chris and RJ, and thank you to all who were able to attend. For additional questions we did not get to, we'll follow up directly with you to provide those answers, and we hope that you enjoyed this webinar. I would also like to note that we have an upcoming webinar at the end of this month on BW4 HANA. So if that is of interest, keep your eyes open, and you'll likely be seeing some emails coming your way with a way to get registered. Again, thank you all, and you will receive a follow-up email tomorrow that will have a link to this on our YouTube site so you can rewatch it, or feel free to reach out to us with our contact information if you have any additional follow-up questions. Thank you all.